Would you say that you guys try to tailor sort of the outfits to your senses to a degree, or has there been many times where you have to compromise for the aesthetic?
Ultimately, with the masks, it's pretty hard to breathe and see and hear. We do our best to get them, custom made to our own heads as possible. So when our, sculptors are doing it, they do it to our actual head cast. So at least the eye holes and ear holes line up. But again, man, once you've got it on, your peripheral vision isn't always there, and the way you hear inside there, sometimes the latex kind of makes things sound strange. But you get used to it after a while, and I will say it's definitely hot.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. I mean, does it feel weird? Maybe this is a strange question, but I mean, in terms of the actual performance element from your personal standpoint, does it feel different in the studio when you're doing music, just you without the costume? Does the costume give you a certain feeling in relation to the music, or is it just a transferable thing where you feel the same either way?
I mean, the energy is definitely there. I think the mask is almost like the last step in the final hype before, the performance. And like when you're crafting the song, so to speak, and they get to a point to where they're strong or they've got the energy, and then you're like, oh man, this might make a really good live song. Then that kind of comes into play. As far as where the next step is and how to kind of bring that to life. And that's kind of where in each album cycle where we try to change up the masks a little bit and make them, evolve, so to speak. They don't the character doesn't change completely. Sometimes it does if it's a new character, but they just kind of morph in comparison to like say how Mortal Kombat, grows every time they put a new one out. It's slightly different. The characters, look a little more detailed or a little more battle damaged or whatever. So we kind of keep that mentality, as we, work on the mask and bring that to the stage as we're crafting. But tracking it and recording it, we're not necessarily thinking, how it's going to play out live. So sometimes some of the songs are like, man, that song's really long. I can't breathe.
Right. What percentage of your budget would you say is put towards the costumes and just maintaining the look? Is that a big chunk of the budget, or is it something that sort of you've fine-tuned and it doesn't take as much effort or resources as one might think?
It's funny because usually budgets go super quick and it's over with. And sometimes we overthink it to where it's like sometimes the wardrobe doesn't necessarily need to be the forefront, and we'll go overboard and then we'll put it together and say, I don't even like it. So you live and learn a little bit, but again, it's art all the way through and through. So the makeup and the wardrobe and the masks, that a lot of that is experimenting too, and we don't necessarily know what we want. We know we want to make it slightly different and have it evolve, kind of like like we do with the mask, like I said. So yeah, we don't necessarily always know, but as far as budgets go on wardrobe for like say a video or something, it's a good chunk of it, no problem.